Zach, the ultimate decision and the battle has been put to rest. MLB newest MVP, Hank Aaron Award winner, Aaron Judge.
Well deserved. Well deserved. We all knew it should be coming. Happy the kid won it. I will maintain that I would not sign him for over 8 years, but I'd pay him all the money in the world. But congratulations, Aaron Judge.
Congratulations, Aaron Judge. And I agree with everything you just said. At 30 years old, I would give him all the money in the world. Try to keep it to, under 8 years. And congratulations. Hopefully, and God puts you all the good juju, you run that same season back, boy.
With a slightly better postseason.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not. I'm talking about him running. If I'm thinking the Yankees are going to do what they did, and congratulations, you just got Rizzo back. Run that same season back, and let's do it again.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Down the Tape. I am Papa Smurf.
And you know I always say what I say. It is Hector, your boy.
And this week's going to be kind of a speed run, guys. We're going to cover, obviously, our picks from last week. We're going to cover whether we think some teams are playoff potentials or not. And then we're going to go into next week. But we are on a little bit of a speed run today because I would like some sleep. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know when you listen to this. If you fall asleep listening to this, I don't know if I'm insulted or complimented. I don't know which way to take that.
Hey,
I can't imagine you fall asleep to this
on my own damn show. So to you.
Fair enough. I suppose if you fall asleep on your own show, it's okay for the audience to fall asleep on your show.
Hey, I was a 12-pack deep. Leave me alone.
I mean, I get it. Like, I love Colbs, right? But if it's nobody is shiftier, like, I get it because he has such a dulcet, deep, and soothing voice. I get it. How on this show where someone's randomly gonna scream, I have no fucking idea how you can sleep. But anyway, so let's get into it, man. Let's talk about last week. Thursday night, Falcons Panthers. Panthers beat the Falcons by 10. Who had who?
Damn, yeah. I mean, God, and we already know the Jets were on a bye, and so were the Patriots. Those were two teams on byes right there. You had the Panthers by 3. I had the Falcons by 3, and I took that L. And I thought the Falcons were going to kind of do what they did like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, what's that Katy Perry song? You're hot and you're cold. You're yes and you're no. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly that's the entire division, right? Like that entire division has the potential to win it all. You know, talking about playoffs, right? The entire division has the potential to win the division, but I, at least with these two teams, wouldn't feel comfortable pointing.
And this was a big game for the Falcons because if they won, they kept on pace with Tampa.
Yep. Yeah, it was definitely a must win for them. You know, they kind of dropped the ball there. I mean, stats wise, both of your quarterbacks make you want to fucking, you know, go down the road, not across the street, if you know what I'm saying, without getting canceled too bad. Dante Foreman, you know, when you get 31 carries, you got to be running for over 100 yards, and he put up a $130 with a tutty. Other than that, nothing really. Like, okay, these teams played football on Thursday night. What do you want from me? Neither of them are in the playoffs, as far as I'm concerned.
With the Panthers side, I mean, they still don't know who their fucking quarterback is. I know they said Baker Mayfield is going to start. Sam Darnold's coming back to be the number 2.
Yeah.
PJ Walker.
It ain't PJ Walker.
Up in the air now, like they're quarterbacking, carouseling to try to keep making it, and the Falcons, like I said, like just not being able to keep up with Tampa.
Yeah, no, and especially perfect fucking segue. Since at 9:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, the Buccaneers played the Seahawks in Germany, first game in Munich, Germany, where the fucking tickets were as cheap as $1,000 US dollars. Buccaneers beat the Seahawks 21-16, and quote unquote, this is going to be hard to maintain their lead in the NFC South. I mean, that's a weird lead at 5-5, but hey, a lead's a lead, I guess.
Yeah, and this was a game I'm kind of disappointed in. I mean, you took Seattle by 10. I took Seattle by 4. I thought it
Yeah.
was going to be a close game. The way Seattle had opened up, they had like the good start off to the game, a good like semi first drive, and then it just went downhill from there. And then, I mean, they tried to pull that comeback, and it looked good in the second half, but like when you let Brady go up by 2 touchdowns, what do you really expect? And even
Yeah.
with the comeback, and you had all the chances in the world to win this game, you made the errors.
Yeah, and honestly, it comes down to the supposed rookie offensive rookie of the year, Kenneth Walker. You can't have a game where you're 10 carries, 17 yards. You just can't. Not against the Buccaneers, because that's really the game, right? Geno Smith only misses 10 passes, 23 for 33 at 275
I
and
mean,
two
but if you
touchdowns.
watch the game, he did blow a red zone fumble where he should have just took the fucking sack or threw that shit away.
True.
He did make some key errors, which question, when I saw it, I was like, Gino.
No, that's true. That's true. I'm not gonna disagree with that, but you gotta have more than 17 yards out of the offensive rookie of the year. And look, they're playing a great defense, right? Even though Tampa's 5-5, let's not sleep on that defense. My favorite part of this game, though, was seeing Tom Brady go out for a pass and then trip over his own feet. That, for an interception, that was probably my favorite moment in sports history, because it's Tom Brady, and fuck Tom Brady. So
And the last thing I have to say about this game, um, both are potential suitors to me.
yeah.
I obviously the division that Tom Brady is in is fucking abysmal. So he'll probably end out on top and make his team, he'll squeak his team as the number one team in that division. And Seattle, it questions me a little bit on this game, but they've played well enough so far where I want to see if they bring that comeback. But I still see them as a wild card team in the NFC.
So I agree until that last part, right? I agree that the Buccaneers are going to win the NFC South, because you ever taken like a multiple choice test in high school and none of the answers seem right, so you go with the one that seems closest to right, even though you're wrong.
Always
That's
pick
the
clean.
Buccaneers. That's the NFC South. They're all wrong. All of the answers are wrong, but the Buccaneers seem the closest to the right answer, so we're going to go with that. Um, and I agree with the Seahawks making the playoffs, but I don't agree with the wild card. I think they win their division. I don't really love what I'm seeing out of the West right now, except for the 49ers. And I just think the Seahawks are playing too good a football right now. So that's, even with this loss, it doesn't like hamper my belief on the Seahawks at all.
Sounds good. Next matchup we got over here, we're going to kick it to New York. We got the New York Giants versus Houston Texans.
We got the Giants winning 24-16. Who had who?
You had New York by 14. I had the Giants by 10.
Damn close to on the dot, man. Damn close to on the dot. Giants won by 8 there.
It was still disappointing, though. I didn't think Houston, I thought, the Giants are great run stoppers. They're worse in the pass game, but they did the opposite this game. They actually stopped the pass game and let Damian Pierce just like run like a maniac. And it was a who's a better back? Is it Barkley or is it Pierce? And obviously, right now it's Barkley. But what happens 2-3 years down the road?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, Houston's an interesting team, man. I mean, they're 1-7-1, obviously not making the playoffs. But they've got like the pieces are there, right? Damian Pierce, Brandon Cooks. They just added Eno Benjamin. They added somebody, former wide receiver from the Packers. I don't remember his name off the top of
Oh,
my head.
Amari Brown.
Yes. They've got the pieces. They're just, I think with a lot of the fallout from last year and this Deshaun Watson situation, we're kind of reaching an issue. So again, obviously Houston's not making the playoffs. Giants sitting at 7-2. Played a complete game.
Yeah,
You
but
can't really.
the Giants at the same time, they still question me too. They desperately need a receiver. Obviously, they're heavily on the Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley tandem run game where they're both
Yeah.
rushing for 100 yards, so that's going to guarantee a W. But they have no one to fucking throw to. And the only thing I'm doing, the only thing I'm pitching is the comeback. OBJ, if you hear this, if you're out there, I know you're still, testing the waters. You're a free agent, run it back. You know you want to.
You know what?
You want to. Run it
I
back.
I
You
think
know when you come back, you're a number one receiver again, and you're gonna put up the stats with Daniel Jones and Barkley, and you're gonna do the shit that you did before Maca shit fucked it up. I
my
said what I said,
only
man. Come back.
I agree that this would be a great landing spot for him, but my only question is we've seen him perform better as a Robin. If he goes back to the Batman role, I mean, I don't know. It,
I think he matured.
it's a good
He
landing
had
spot.
2 ACL tears. He matured.
And you know what? Maybe that's 100% true, and I'm just not giving him enough credit. That could be fair.
He
As far
doesn't
as the
need to
Giants,
do a lot.
I mean,
And
with Saquon
hopefully,
back and healthy, you really don't.
will he'll start hanging out with Barkley and he'll act more like Barkley and take the seat back, just chill, just chill.
Maybe,
Barkley got you, baby. Come on.
maybe, and you know what? I think it would be a big way to help the Giants. They're sitting at 7-2. I definitely think they make the playoffs, be it win their division or wild card. Either way.
I like that, and I still got the Giants as potential suitor right now, especially with the Cowboys and the Eagles. We'll get to them both taking L's, foreshadowing.
Yeah, big
That
help there.
division is also up for grabs.
Everyone's above 500 as well.
I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, whew, what I think is the game of the motherfucking week. Minnesota at Buffalo. You took Minnesota by 4. I took Minnesota by 3.
Pinpoint on the dot.
And holy fuck.
What
Was
a
this
game.
this is a potential playoff technically Super Bowl if they ever meet again.
Mm-hmm.
Um wow.
Yeah, this game was I mean wild. It was a good game throughout, and then in the last 2 minutes just went crazy.
It
Minnesota making
reminded
that.
me of that KC Bills game playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Minnesota bringing it down to the goal line, getting stopped on 4th down just for Josh Allen to fumble the ball in the end zone and Minnesota recover for a touchdown, to then them driving down this field and Stephon Diggs making, actually it was on that drive previously, Stephon Diggs makes an amazing catch and you're like, oh my God, that's the catch of the year. And
And
then on the final Vikings drive, fucking Justin Jefferson, I want to see like the next gen fucking stats on the percentage of catch for that ball, because it had to be negative. I don't know how you can get a negative percentage, but it had to be. There's
he
no fucking
didn't
way.
even secure the ball till after he hit the ground and ripped it out the dude's hands.
Insanity, bro. Insanity. What an amazing game. Amazing game. Definitely game of the year for me right now. Both of these teams are making the playoffs, right? I mean, the Bills are going to have to find a way into the wild card because we all know the Jets are winning the division. But Bills, Bills, Vikings, both Vikings sitting at 8-1, Bills sitting at 6-3. Love the fact that they lost for the Jets. But I mean, hell of a game, just hell of a game. Kirk Cousins at 1 p.m. is just insanity.
That
Insanity.
was amazing. Again, I 100% agree. We'll both see these guys in the playoffs. I think Minnesota just walks away with this fucking division.
Oh yeah,
We're probably gonna
yeah.
lock it up in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, 100% Minnesota just fucking
They just
clears
walk
this
away
division.
with this shit. The only thing I question is playoff Kirk.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I question. But they have all the potential in the world. That head coach has turned that fucking whole team around. It's amazing. And on the other flip side, I do see Buffalo flipping this shit around, getting it together. I do question the UCL injury to Josh Allen because is this going to linger? Are you going to keep letting him play through it? You're still going to let him sling 50 times a game because that's also not going to help him recover enough. And I think if he does get a hit hard enough again, which they do have to play the Bills again, the Jets in 3 weeks, who caused this injury? Like, do you really want to question going into the playoffs without Josh Allen?
So, and that's been a question going around, on like sports TikTok and Twitter and stuff. Should they have played Josh Allen? Well, yeah, you're playing one of the best teams in the league, number one. Number two, it's not the AFC East of old. The Bills don't have this division locked up. They are in third place now. They went from first to third in the manner of one game. I mean, just like the Jets, if they lose against the Patriots, can go from either first or last. This division can get reshuffled top to bottom every week. So sitting Josh Allen, everyone's like, oh, well, Case Keenum is a good backup, but
No,
he's not, right?
no.
He's not. He's not beating the Vikings.
Minnesota's fucking shitting on your life.
Yeah, Case Keenum's not beating the Vikings. Case Keenum's not beating the fucking Jets. He's not beating the Patriots. He's not giving the Bills the edge they need to secure this division. So the Bills are kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Do we pretty much 75% lose with Case Keenum, or do we risk Josh Allen's health but maintain the lead in this division?
I just question it a little bit because Josh Allen had this injury in his rookie year. He missed 4 games because of it. And on the flip side, I think he only plays because it's the Bills and it's Josh Allen. Because with all the, you can do analytics, the medical staff, all this, that, whatever, they all say it's 50-50. It's your decision. They went front office to Josh Allen or head coach to Josh Allen and said, it's your decision. You can sit this game or you're going to play this game. I think they did it 100% by the books. And obviously, it's Josh fucking Allen. We know what Josh Allen can fucking do.
100%. 100%.
And it was this decision. It was a smart decision. I just, it's scary. If he's still fucking with him, when you saw some throws, it was fucking with him. Mm-hmm. If he gets hit again the wrong way, does he need like some type of fucking elbow or surgery? Some type of like Tommy John type surgery because now you just tore some shit.
Right. And then you've got to potentially go into the playoffs with Case Keenum.
And you're out, your quarterback, you can just call him out all next season.
Right. So I don't know, man. It's Bills Mafia got to be stressed right now, but not my problem. So but yes, I see both these teams making the playoffs.
Yeah, in Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up, we got Detroit and Chicago, another fucking banger. This shit was a fucking crazy show. You had the Bears by 10. I had the Bears by 5.
Welcome to the NFL, Justin Fields, by the way. Welcome to the NFL. And I don't want to hear, look, I get it, because I know people are going to be like, but we've got receipts. You say that quarterbacks who are rushing shouldn't, lead their team in rushing aren't going to win. And I'm still right. The Bears didn't win. But if you watch the gameplay, Justin Fields looks like he's comfortable playing football finally. Looks like he's having fun, that he knows what he's doing. So that's why I'm saying, welcome to the NFL, Justin Fields. Because he's had 2 banger games.
Not even worried about his, like everybody's eyeing about his rushing yards and his touchdowns running the ball. I'm taking exactly what you just said, but incorporated him as an actual quarterback. Mm-hmm. Like, look at him throwing the ball, hitting his reads, looking at his progressions, staying in the pocket when he needs to stay in the pocket, move out the pocket and use your legs because you're fucking lethal and you're literally like, you're the same shit as Lamar Jackson, except you're a little bit more accurate.
I wouldn't even, I was about to call him the Costco version of Lamar Jackson. I wouldn't even say that. I think he's just like
I think Lamar Jackson has a stronger arm, but I think Justin Fields is a little bit more accurate.
And I wonder if that's a system thing, because I feel like the Ravens go for a lot more bombs than they do short passes versus, the Chicago trying to be.
Yeah, but we've seen Lamar Jackson over the courses of his years already, have the chances to show that accuracy, and like it's here and then it's there. It's hit or miss.
That's fair. That's fair. As far as these two team goes, neither of them are making the playoffs. I'm surprised Detroit obviously won this game as I had the Bears to win it. Nothing jumps out. I mean, everybody has your standard stats that you would expect them to have. They just played a more complete game by 1 point in the end.
100%. Then we got Denver, Tennessee. You had Denver by 3. I had Denver by 3. Tennessee. Wow, Denver just like fuck you guys. You're
Yeah.
like the new Bears.
Yeah, I don't know. Even against the Titans, I don't know why I'm taking Denver against anybody anymore. They could play the Texans next week, and I should probably take the Texans. I mean, Taney had a decent game, 2 touchdowns at 255 yards against a pretty good defense. Good for him. Henry actually not as good as I expected, 53 yards. But I mean, Tennessee played a good football game. I can't even knock them for it. And
I mean, they
fucking
just
the
played
Broncos
a
just suck.
yeah. The Tannehill played manageable ball and didn't turn the ball over. And for some god awful reason, Denver is just imploding on itself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just stunned. I'm stunned that it's 17-10. I'm stunned that Russell Wilson is playing the way he is. I'm just stunned at everything, man. The Broncos suck. Stop it. Russell Wilson had 3 fumbles.
Yo,
I mean,
oh, he said what he said.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
shit.
This team couldn't get any worse.
Anyway, moving on to something that was more entertaining, at least for one side.
Paint
KC
drying.
over Jacksonville. I took KC by 12. You took KC by 14. I mean, obviously, um, the only thing I can say is holy fuck, Juju. I hope you're 100% okay. Because the way he took that hit and he just curled up and did not fucking move. I don't know. I don't even know why on any fucking app or any place you look, it says he's questionable. Like, please just sit this week out and chill out, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, just chill.
So 2 sides to this for me because everyone's like, it's a dirty hit. I don't agree. I don't think it's a dirty hit. But B, football is a violent sport for violent men looking to do violent things. And again, obviously, I hope Juju's fine, but that is the epitome of the violence of football. That was. Oof. I'm really praying for his safety because that's you never want to see anybody take that hit. Outside of maybe Deshaun Watson, you don't want to see anybody take that level of hit.
Yeah, just like sit this week out, man.
Yeah, you're playing for the 7-2 Kansas City Chiefs, who are winning their division by a country mile, making the playoffs, probably a first round bye.
Let Kadarius Toney fucking like get some reps in. You know,
Right.
Kelsey's still on the field. You're gonna be more valuable in the playoffs. Just sit this week.
No, I agree. And I mean, look, Mahomes 331 for 4 touchdowns. I mean, I guess I can give the Jaguars props for this. He threw an interception, so finger claps all around for Jacksonville.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence is, I will say, so far this season has played above what I've expected. So, I mean, that's like the best I can say.
You know, I could be really petty and take the low road on this, and everybody says that wins are a quarterback stat. So I could use that if I really wanted to be petty and justify why Trevor Lawrence is actual dog water, but I won't because I said what I said. Wins are not a quarterback stat. He played a decent game, 29 for 40, 259, 2 touchdowns, played a decent game, but still shit.
But you playing KC. Like, that's a game that you'll probably beat like the Houston Texans with.
Yeah, you can't have a good game against KC. You have to have a phenomenal game because on the other side, I said it before, the other guy that you're playing against is throwing for 4 touchdowns. So if you can't have a good game, you have to go batshit crazy in order to fucking even compete with this dude. It's unfair. But anyway, Jaguars not making the playoffs, Chiefs obviously winning their division.
Yeah. Next up, we have a good one: Miami and Cleveland. Miami, you had Miami by 4. I had Miami by 6. but it just shocks me every single time that Miami in the first half just is so like slow to heat up. Like I get it, you have the cheetah, but right now you're moving like a fucking like a train. Like how slow it starts to chug up until it gets its fucking speed. Like
I think I
you don't
can.
see
I
shit
think
until
I
the
can.
third quarter.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree because they scored most of the points in the second half. 17 points in the first, and then what, 22 points in the second. You know, so look, Dolphins played a good game. All the people, everyone's gonna keep coming after me. Oh, I thought Tua was bad. I thought Tua was bad. He still underthrows passes. I don't know what you want from me. He's
And
having
we
good
stood by
games.
that. We stood by that. He's fragile. He's made of spit. The
Yeah,
tears of my fucking great grandchildren that I haven't even had yet. And fucking duct tape and shit.
yeah. I mean, look, can't shake stats wise. Can't shake a stick at him. 285, 3 touchdowns. But if you watch the game, he's still underthrowing balls. I mean, it's just beautiful that he has a guy who's gonna fucking two guys that are gonna outrun everybody by 100 yards.
They
I
have the
mean,
squad right now to win a Super Bowl, and great. I'm not gonna. I've told my cousin, stop talking about Super Bowl because it's true. Right now, the way this season's planning out, I get you put everything in for a Super Bowl, but that's
sure.
within the next 4 years. As of
Yeah,
right now, this year, do not say you're gonna make the Super Bowl because, as well as even our team has been playing,
yeah,
like you still got to get through KC. You
yeah,
still got to beat Buffalo in the playoffs.
yeah. And if you have to go through KC, number one, if you're lucky, you can be at home against Buffalo in the playoffs. But you have to go through KC, which is one of the hardest fucking fields to play in the NFL. And as far as my last point on Tua will go, and I will say this and leave it at that: that the top two wide receivers in the NFL that have the highest uncatchable ball rate thrown to them Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. That's all I'm going to say. That they have the most uncatchable balls thrown their way. That's it. That's all. That's
Hey, they
stats.
got
You
the
can't
top
yell at
two.
me.
I tell you one thing, and I said
Not
it to
hating.
I, I said, I tell you one thing. I said it to my cousin. No one wants to play the Jets or the Dolphins in the playoffs.
Can I tell you something? I don't think anyone wants to play anybody from the AFC East in the playoffs. I wouldn't. If I'm an opposing team, it's Bill Belichick. No matter what the team is, right? It's Bill
Yeah, that
Belichick.
defense is gonna be stout as fuck.
Yeah, I don't want to play anybody from the AFC East because you're either getting into a gunfight or a fucking boxing match, and neither of those things I want to do. And by the way, Jeff Wilson, what a fucking game! First game with the Dolphins, 17 carries, 119 yards, and a touchdown. Way to absolutely fucking
It
explode
definitely
your
helped
former coach.
Mozart being that second back.
Mm-hmm. And the Browns are the Browns. They're what, 2 weeks removed from Deshaun Watson showing back up. He can start practicing today, I believe.
He can start
So
week 13.
against the Texans.
They would need to go into week 13. I think they're 3-5 right now. They at that point they need to be 5-5 if they want to make it.
Yeah, I don't see the Browns making the playoffs. I mean, potentially winning their division, but I mean, there's the Ravens, so no. But I
And
don't
the
see
Bengals
them.
are heating up, so no.
Yeah, and the AFC East is all making the playoffs, so they're not making a wild card.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. And speaking of the Bengals, they are also on a bye.
Oh, okay.
Next up, we had New Orleans and Pittsburgh. You had New Orleans by fucking 1. I had them by 7, and I mean, wow, like
Yeah.
goddamn.
Andy Dalton sucks. you
Like,
might not you might not be able to win games, but you sure as fucking lose them as a quarterback. Holy
I
hell.
get it. They Pittsburgh got T.J. Watt back, but like they also in the same week lose Minka Fitzpatrick, and you let like wow, what the fuck happened, bro?
Yeah, 174, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He fumbled, but recovered his own fumbles twice. Kamara went for 26 yards. Ugh. Ugh. Ugly. I mean, the Steelers didn't exactly like Najee Harris finally had a good game with 99 yards. But I mean,
I think the most interesting thing was like the flock of fucking pigeons on the field while they were in the red zone.
Facts. Facts. Yeah, there is nothing. I mean, look, the Steelers won, right? It is what it is. Kenny Pickett didn't turn the ball over. Good for him. But that's what it comes down to is turnovers for me.
Yeah,
That's
none
it.
of
That's
these
all
teams
this
are
game
making
is.
the playoffs. The Saints are not what they were, or who people try to still perceive them to be.
Yeah, the Saints are back to the Aints. Neither of them are making the playoffs.
Next up, this is a good matchup. We got the boys and Green Bay.
Oh,
This sucked. I don't know why I did it to myself again because I said it in the previous episode that I'll never like take the boys again because they always fail me, and I did it again. So you took the boys by 10. I had the boys by 8. This is just fucking. I I can't even say good job to the Packers and Rodgers, but like, what the fuck happened to Dallas, bro?
yeah. I mean, Dak's 2 interceptions, fucking killer. Tony Pollard still the better running back in Dallas. Um, and for me, it comes down to that. What was it, 4th and 2, and you're in field goal range, and you go for it when you've been struggling to move the ball all game.
On a dumbass, like, if I'm right, it was like a stupid ass like boot left. And like,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you're like, and then Dak's throwing while he's fucking getting tackled and shit.
Yeah, it was almost catastrophic. Like an incomplete pass was the best option out of how that play should have wound up. To be 100% honest. So yeah, Mike McCarthy's a fucking putz. How he's the 3rd most winning coach in Green Bay history is astounding to me.
Because we had Aaron
Because
Rodgers with a semi, or I'll say above average team in his prime.
yeah, and by the way, what a breakout game, Christian Watson. Welcome to the NFL. 4
I know. Well,
receptions.
you get finger taps because you dropped your first 2 passes, bro.
That's true. But he made up for it with 107 yards and all 3 of Aaron Rodgers' touchdowns. As he made some beauties. So I got to give him that.
And once again, and I got into the most craziest argument on Facebook back and forth because people were like, around this page, people talking about Aaron Rodgers, how he's selfish and stuff, and this Packer fan just couldn't let it go, bro, couldn't let it go. So I had to end lives that day. Rest in peace to that dude, but I do not like the fact that Aaron Rodgers jumped on to the media once again when they brought up Christian Watson going off, and the first thing out of his fucking mouth was, well, he dropped the first fucking 2 passes, but yeah, I'll give him some kudos. Like, dude, way to take the shine, bro. Way to just like, bro, why can't you just be like, yeah, my rookie came through, and let it be. Like,
Remember what Hakeem Vallis told us the difference between players in the NFL is? Confidence. Way to build confidence in your rookie receiver, my dude. Even when the first touchdown pass was caught.
you say that shit to him in private, bro. Like, bro, catch those fucking 2 passes. But
Even
like to the
still.
media, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. Even on the sidelines, like LaFleur came over to Watson, was like, I told you you could do this. I told you you're good, blah, 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 blah. And Rodgers came over, he's like, yeah, congrats. Bro, you're not cool. You're just a dickbag. You're not. That's why Devontae Adams left you. That's why you can't get married. That's why all your bitches leave you. Your family don't talk to you, and your best fucking receiver left you. Okay, I'm coming for your throat, Aaron Rodgers. That's why everybody who loves you leaves you because you
Bro,
suck,
everyone was
asshole.
so in love with Aaron Rodgers. And I don't know if it happened when he came off that mountain doing them psychedelics, but like this dude is on such like little dick energy type shit. And like every single person that was behind this dude, unless you're that dick rider on Facebook that didn't know how to take Rodgers' load properly, so still oozing out his asshole. But
Clench your butt cheeks.
dude, like you made everybody like you're just being a dick, bro. Like those conversations, those types of things, like we said, we've played football, we've been on the field. You say that shit to the person at the moment, whatever, and then that's it. Like when you go to media, bro, you're not here trying to give semi congratulations. Like, yeah, fuck that dude. He dropped my first 2 passes. If it was Devontae Adams, he would have called all of them type shit. But like, bro, he's a rookie. And you're a dick ass fucking quarterback right now who thinks you fucking own the world. But you know what, bro? Just because you got somewhat of a GOAT title, you still ain't the fucking GOAT. You can't make another fucking Super Bowl. You keep losing in the NFC Championship. Brady fucking owns you. Like you claim you own the Bears.
Yeah. Wow. Good for you. You own the shitty fucking Bears. Well, San Fran owns your ass. Okay. Tom Brady owns your ass. I'll take it one step further. I don't even think the Packers are making the playoffs. I think Dallas will be via winning their division or wild card, but Green Bay is not making the playoffs. We are not going to see Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
Nah. Sit down, bro. He might retire after this. I'm not even gonna lie. He might
God,
retire.
thank you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired of his ass.
And it's funny if he retires before. Well, Brady got nothing left but to keep playing at this point. He's gonna play till he's 75, until he croak. He's gonna die on the field.
Oh my God.
Next up, we got the Rams and the Cardinals. This one's kind of funny because you took them in a tie, so I didn't know how to count the win or loss for this week. So I literally do what the NFL does, and you got a tie.
I mean, I'll take the loss here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll take the loss here because I said it would end in a tie and it didn't. So I'll take the loss.
Okay, so I'll give you that loss.
You know, to be fair about it, I respect where you're coming from, but since I called the wrong outcome,
I didn't know how to treat it. I didn't know how to treat it. I was stuck on it.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah, this guy. I mean, I'm not surprised by this. This game could have gone whichever way it wanted to, and I would have been like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I took the Cards by 3. I mean, I'm not proud of it. Well, kind of I am, because like the Rams, they put everything into last year, and they are doodle. And then they lose Cooper Kupp to IR. They say minimum 4 weeks. If they're in playoff contention, then yeah, he might come back. He done for the season, bro. Ankle surgery, he done for the season.
Yeah, because there is no season for the Rams. It's over with. The Rams are done. Cardinals are done too. I'm sorry, this win does nothing for me. Colt McCoy comes in instead of Kyler Murray because Murray was out with injury. And honestly, Colt McCoy puts up the same numbers through the air that Kyler Murray does. I mean, D-Hop 98 yards, Rondale Moore 94 yards. I mean, he slings the ball just as good as Murray does. So,
that's
what do you need him for?
Exactly.
And here's something crazy to me. Eno Benjamin in this game gets like a touch, not even. He doesn't even show up on the stat sheet. And I think he's actually only out there for one play. I guess gets into a verbal altercation, and then next day, 24 hours later, cut. Damn.
Yeah, and then got picked up
by the Texans.
By the Houston Texans. So now he's going to take the same role he just did for you on the Cardinals, and he's going to do it for the Texans. Now that's the new RB2 over there for the Texans.
Yeah, no, great pickup by the Texans. It just kind of shocked me, man. I wonder what was said. He must have said something about his mama, his wife, his sister, something, because you get into one verbal altercation about wanting to play more and you done? Ah, damn. Does anybody watch the Jets? Does anybody know how the Jets handle things? We should all be taking notes, guys. Come on now. God damn.
Next up, we got the Chargers and the Niners. You took the Niners by 10. I took the Chargers by 6. I starred this one because I knew I shouldn't have done it, and I bit myself in the ass when I did it. But I stood by what I said when I took them.
I said what I said is a tough lifestyle, man. You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Yeah, Justin Herbert is crying for his receivers back. He's missing Mike Williams. He's Keenan Allen. Hopefully, might be back this week. Missing Keenan Allen. The defense isn't what this whole team. They're missing the playoffs to me. They're missing. I'm just point blank. They're missing the playoffs to me. I had Justin Herbert as MVP. I had them winning this division. You diss a fucking point in me, and god damn, this was one of the biggest. I said what I said, and you fucked me in the ass.
Yeah, man. Week after week after week after week, I look at Justin Herbert, and the word overrated starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger and big. And I hear what you're saying with the receivers. But Tom Brady played with Walmart bag boys and made them look good.
Don't do that. No, you can't compare people to Tom Brady, bro.
You've got to, but you have to like right that's one of the biggest questions for me, like to evaluate quarterbacks, right? Because stats can lie, right? Tua looks amazing, but he has amazing receivers and an amazing system. Okay, well Justin Herbert, I think he's physically better than Tua. I'm not gonna fucking get into that debate. Physically, he's better than Tua. You can't argue with me. But what is he doing to elevate the team around him? Nothing. I think Tua's overrated because the team is over elevating him. But what is Justin Herbert doing? Okay, we can make the excuses. He doesn't have his top two receivers. He's been crying for receivers. The defense hasn't looked like what it's supposed to look like. I hear you, but you still went 21 for 35 with 196. You need to elevate the people around you, my man. And is that coaching? Is it poor coaching that we're not working in the running backs more into the receiving game? Austin Eckler only catches 39 yards. Is it I don't know, but week after week, if it's fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Like we're starting to develop a pattern here. So it's not saying he is overrated, but the word is getting bigger week after week for me.
Yeah, I got the Chargers missing. The Niners. I think the Niners squeak in. I
I
think
do.
they're strong enough now and they're getting healthy enough where they squeak in.
I do that. That Christian McCaffrey trade was huge. Huge for them. Brandon Ayuk is playing well. Jimmy G is doing Jimmy G things. He's game managing great. Elijah Mitchell is still playing great. So yeah, no, I definitely think the Niners make a wild card.
And then last we got Philly, Washington, which was a big game. We both had Philly. Doesn't matter by how much because they fucking lost.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, Taylor Heineke is the God killer, right? I mean, he's out here just destroying lives, doing mean things to good people. The 72 Dolphins can rejoice; they're the only undefeated team in National Football League history to win a Super Bowl. Patriots fans, I don't care about your fucking undefeated season that lost to the Giants. Okay, so 72 Dolphins, congratulations, you didn't do anything, but you still remain undefeated. Um, I'm not concerned about the Eagles, right? Any given Sunday, this was a Monday, shit happens. Um, it is what it is.
Yeah, like we said earlier, that whole NFC East now with Washington being 5-5 is either 500 or above. With Philly losing this game, they're now 8-1. The Giants are 7-2, so they're only a game back, and the Cowboys are 6-3, so that's 2 games back. This whole, which puts Washington at 5-5, which is they all have a chance, depending on how the rest of the season plays out, to potentially do something. I don't think Washington gets in. I think Washington stays in last place. But Philly will be in. Now, who wins that division? I don't know. Now I say I don't know. Because
Yeah,
originally I had the Eagles, and I'm going to stay with my pick as the Eagles winning the division. But as of right now,
it could get
holy
dangerous.
shit, anyone can win this shit.
Right, next week could change, just like the AFC East. Next week can change a lot of things. So yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about the Eagles. They're making the playoffs, be it winning the division or a wild card. Washington, I think, has a snowball's chance in hell, but it's a very small snowball. So, not really. I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't make it. Obviously, I'd be more shocked if they did. So I'll say that they miss it just for posterity's sake. But yeah, Eagles are definitely making it 100%.
And that's it. Final scoring for the week. Zach, you were 6-8, and I was 5-9.
I'm still closing the gap, slowly but surely creeping up.
For our total, you are 67-66, and I am 68-65.
Ooh, it's getting dicey towards the end of the season. I was hoping to pull off a damn near perfect week again, but it is what it is. So, this week, we have the Packers playing on Thursday night. They are hosting the Titans. We've got a money line of 3 and a potentially interesting football game because the keys to victory for both of these teams are how well they can rush the ball. So I can't pick the Packers in this. I absolutely can't. I got to take the Titans. Even with Christian Watson's 3 touchdowns, even with a potential passing game showing back up for the Packers, they've just been too hot and cold for me. And if I had to bet on, like I said, consistent running backs, when you say consistent running back, the only name that should pop into your head is Derrick Henry. So Titans.
By how much?
Like a 3.
Okay, Titans by
Yeah.
3. I'm
Yeah.
taking Green Bay by 7. I think Green Bay keeps going on a little run. I think they have the defense stout enough to stop Derrick Henry. If they don't, that's a whole different story. I mean, that's like you said, any given Sunday. But they have the defense to stop Derrick Henry, and they have the DBs to stop the abysmal wide receiver core that they have. There's no wide receiver core. It's literally stack the box, stop Derrick Henry, pretty much, and play man coverage. I'm taking Green Bay by 7.
I mean, I can't argue with you too hard. I mean, that's great reasoning. We'll save the best game of the week for last. So then we have the Bears visiting Atlanta to play the Falcons. Technically, Atlanta's favored in this one. I like the Bears. I like what Justin Fields is doing right now. I think he is that definition of dual threat. I like what Cole Kmet's been doing recently with him. So yeah, give me the Bears by like 4 in this.
I'm getting behind the Justin Fields train right now. I didn't take him last week, but I'm gonna jump on that train this week. I want to express route out of ATL as soon as possible. Chicago by 3.
I like it. We've got the Browns and the Bills. Buffalo is at home in potentially 2 or 3 feet of snow, from what they're saying. Buffalo is favored by 8. My heart wants the Browns to win. But if I had to choose, I got to take the Bills here, right? Even if Case Keenum plays, I just don't like the Browns at all. So give me the Bills by 6.
I'm taking Buffalo by 10, especially if there's some snow on the ground and shit's over there. Um, it's going to be easier for Josh Allen and that defense to funnel in on just stopping Nick Chubb. I don't think Cleveland receivers are really, ready to go play in some snow over there right now.
Yeah, it's
Even
going
though,
to make
even
it
though
easier to see off.
Cleveland gets a lot of fucking snow too. Don't get me wrong. Cleveland gets a lot of fucking snow, but
Not like Canada. Not
I'm
like the way
yeah,
Buffalo
I'm
does.
not sure they're ready to go to Buffalo with some snow, especially
Yeah.
freshly snow. It's not like Cleveland, gotten snow weeks before us, if they even did
Mm-hmm.
get snow, because I know Buffalo did.
Yeah, we actually got some snow here. So yeah, no, I agree with you. Next we've got the Eagles traveling to Indy. Philly's favored by 7, and I'll take them by exactly that. I'll take them by 7 here.
So you're taking Philly by 7. I'm gonna take Philly. I'll be generous. I'm gonna give them 10. Indy still got a lot to prove, even though they got their first dub with Jeff Saturday. Congratulations. I mean, but this is like the first game Jonathan Taylor felt like showing up to. So you still got a lot to prove.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, look, it's Jeff Saturday being a new coach, the Colts being the dumpster fire that they are. The Eagles defense is too good for Matt Ryan. I mean, the list goes on, or Sam Ellinger, whoever the fuck they're going to have under center for this game. The list goes on.
Yeah. What's next?
We've got the Rams traveling to New Orleans to take on the Saints. I fucking hate everything about this game. Technically, New Orleans is favored by 4.5, and I don't fucking like that. Give me the Rams by 1. Just because I think Andy Dalton's going to get fucked up.
I'm going opposite. I'm completely losing faith in the Rams. I'm taking New Orleans by 2.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with you there. Fuck this game. Then we've got the Lions traveling to New York to take on the Gigantes, the New York Football Giants. The Giants are favored by 3, and I'll take them by 10 because it's the Lions. Do I need any more of an argument?
I mean, I'm gonna take New York by 6. I don't know why, but Detroit still somehow throws up fucking a lot of fucking points. They throw up a lot. I don't know why, but almost every game they play, they throw up a lot of fucking points, no matter who they play.
Because of Amon-Ra St. Brown, that's why.
So we already know that the Giants secondary is a little weak, and they're great with the run game for the most part. but they lack in the secondary. So it's going to be a run game thing. They got Swift and Jamal Williams and the Lions. We got the beast and Saquon that's resurging again for comeback player of the year and possibly fucking offensive MVP. Um, yeah, I'm taking New York by 6 though.
Fair enough. We've got the Ravens hosting the Panthers. Ravens are favored by 13 in this. I get really iffy with big spreads, but I'll you know what? Fuck it. I'll take the Ravens by 14.
I'm gonna take Baltimore by 8. I don't have much to say about this. I mean, Ravens is just better than the Panthers. That's just about it.
Fair enough. We've got the Commanders taking on the Texans. Texans are at home. Commanders are favored by 3, and I'm going with the upset here. I like the Texans, and I like the Texans by like 4. Taylor Heineke is a god killer. I don't think he'll play well down at the mud with the bullshit teams.
They're in Houston?
Yeah, they're in Houston.
I'll agree with that. I'm taking Houston by 6.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think Damian Pierce, Benjamin, I think that's going to be a beautiful 1-2 punch. Davis Mills plays well enough. Brandon Cooks, I thought was never going to play a game for them again, and he
I know
is.
Houston does still have a really good rookie cornerback that I don't know if it was Stingley or
Stingley. You're right, Stingley. And then let's see, we've got an AFC West battle, Raiders, Broncos. Broncos are at home and they're favored by 2.5.
Fucking garbage ass matchup.
Yeah. Do I have to pick?
I mean, you don't have to. You can go tie again.
That's just viable here. I just can't root for Denver. I can't root for
them. I keep going for LV, but every time they fucking disappoint.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Give me. All right. I'll gamble, right? Yeah, there's the joke. I'll gamble. Let me take the Las Vegas Raiders, by fucking 2. I don't know. I hate this. I hate those fucking matchups.
Give me one more time. This is the last time for either one of you motherfuckers.
Right. Not picking your games ever again.
I'm taking Las Vegas by 3.
I'm abstaining from these games. And then you got the Cowboys traveling to Minnesota. Cowboys are technically favored, road favorites, 1.5.
Minnesota.
I like the Cowboys only because it's a 4:25 game, and Kirk Cousins is only good at 1:00. So give me the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys by a touchdown. I want them by 7.
Damn, this one's tough. Minnesota's hot. They're in Minnesota. Every time I pick the Cowboys, bro. Every time, bro.
I know they're one of those teams, man. They're one of those teams.
I'm not doing it. I'm sticking with. I said what I said. Minnesota by 7.
All right. We got the Bengals traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Bengals are favored by 4. I like that action. Give me the Bengals by 4.
Cincy by 4. I'm taking Cincy too. I'm still worried. Jamar Chase is still out.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows when he's coming back. I think he's still got a couple weeks. But I think Mixon will be able to run. Ooh, this one's hard.
You still got Higgins. You still got Mixon.
Yeah, I'm taking
Boyd.
Let me give me Cincy by 6.
I like it. We got Monday Night Football. We got the Chiefs playing the Chargers. Chargers are at home. Give me the Chiefs by 14 because fuck the Chargers.
Yeah, you had your chance to beat them at your own place earlier in the season and you choked. Now you got to go to KC and try to steal one while you're playing like shit already. Yeah.
No, they're in LA.
Oh, they're in LA? Oh, they lost in KC. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me for that one then. But you had your chance of stealing one in KC. Oh man. Nah, but you're still hurting. Casey's full throttle. Besides Juju, um, Casey by 17.
It's not like an LA game is really a home game because like you can count on two hands how many fans show up. So not really that big of a deal. And then Monday night, before we get to the game of the week, Monday we've got the Cardinals hosting the 49ers. San Fran is favored by 8, and I like them by 10. Give me the Niners by 10.
Niners by 10. I'm gonna take the 49. Yeah, 49ers by 10.
And then we've got the 1 o'clock game of the week, deciding the top of the AFC East. We've got the Jets traveling to New England. They failed to secure it at home the last time in a 3-interception effort by Zach Wilson. Technically, New England is favored by 3. It's going to be a tough game, but I like the Jets are coming off the bye. I like the way they've been playing. I think they've, 2 weeks to game plan for this. Zach showed a hell of an outing. The last time he played against the Bills. Obviously you know where we're going. This isn't going to be a tough win for the Jets. They're not going to squeak this out. And, the critics are going to be like, oh, but they barely beat the Patriots. Not give me the Jets. And I mean this shit wholeheartedly. Give me the Jets by 10. The Jets mollywop the fucking Patriots. I think they come out there and the score is not going to be indicative of how badly the Jets beat the shit out of them. This team is mean. You can make fun of Salah and all of the fucking we got receipts. We do got the receipts, and we coming for you. All right, fuck the Patriots. Jets by 10.
I'm 100% behind you in everything you just said except the score. I'm taking the Jets by 4. I'm taking 21-17, but I do think the game is indicative of the score. They come out and they punch New England in the fucking throat, not in the mouth, but in the fucking throat, and they just end them. But it's a close matchup. It's obviously both sides are going to play elite defense.
Oh yeah,
and we're just hoping. It all comes down to Zach Wilson. Are you going to show up and play good, game manageable ball, or give me a breakout game or something? Or you're going to come back out and you're going to throw fucking interceptions and fumble the ball and play like a little fucking backyard fucking prima donna fucking rich kid Mormon. Like, give me something.
No, I agree with you. Look, perfect game for Zach Wilson for me in my mind is $150 to 200 yards. And I don't even need a touchdown out of him. I don't even need a touchdown. Give me $150 to 200 yards. Touchdowns are great, but I don't need any of them. And like you said, the key: 0 interceptions and 2 or less sacks. That's what we're looking for. That's gonna make me happy. Because I think the Jets defense, if the Jets defense can make Josh Allen, supposed MVP, look dumb and gives one big play to Stephon Diggs.
He already has 6 sacks against Mac and Cheese.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I think if Zach can just not fuck up, right? I don't need him to be a superstar. I need him to just play football. Just hit your passes, make the reads, use CJ, use Conklin, use fucking Carter and Robinson out of the backfield. Garrett Wilson, get him on a quick slant, get him on a bubble screen, and let him do the things that Garrett Wilson does in the open fucking field, moving as fluidly as water at his height.
Is the same absurd. Thing you gave me in the first half of last game before you just stopped playing football for a full fucking 60 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And just, you know what, man? And like I said at the end of the Bills game, I said under 2 sacks, and I'd prefer that, but sometimes just take the sack. Just take the sack. Stop trying to be Superman and spin and dodge. And if you spin, your back is to your receivers. You can't see what's going on. Just fucking throw the ball away or just knee. Pull a Taylor Heineke and maybe they fucking hit you late. Just knee the fucking ball.
But I've said it before and I said it again. We cannot lose this game. This is a key defining moment for a lot of seasons right now. If we win this game, we are in sole possession of first place by like half a game because we have the tiebreaker against Miami. And if Miami loses or wins this game, which we have them winning, so I think they still be technically above us half a game, but it would technically be a tie in the division.
No, we'd be above them because we beat them head to head. We have the same divisional record, but since we beat them head to head, we would be in charge of first.
So we'd be in charge of first. But if we lose this, we jump straight to fourth.
Yeah, that it's. I mean, look, and it's straight to fourth by a game, but still, Jets need to win. You need to be 3-1 in the division. We need to keep putting. Everyone's putting the pressure on. Everybody is fighting for first right now, and we're in control. We're in control of our own destiny, bro. You understand that we're coming up on Thanksgiving and we're not doing mock drafts for the Jets.
And you know what? But this is it. But it is the same old Jets because it always comes down to the last position.
Yep.
The quarterback.
Yep.
Every single time. We've seen it in 2008, 9, and 10 and 11 when we went on a little 4 or 5 year stretch when we were playing great football, but it always came down to our fucking quarterback.
And we've got the team right now where he doesn't need to be a star. He just needs to exist. He needs to be Jimmy Garoppolo. Be a younger, not as good looking Jimmy, bro, and we're all cool.
You're already on Jimmy's status. You're already fucking moms.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Mac, call your mom. Zach's coming. That's what we got, guys. That's our week 11 predictions. That's our who we think's making the playoffs. That's our week 10 coverage. That's all of the shenanigans that we have for you this episode. Hector, you got anything else, sir?
Not really. Just love your family.
It was the build-up for me. It was the build-up there for me. I talked over you. Hit him with it. I said what I said again, so it could be clean.